Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. We are on Unit 5, Week 3, Day 1 for our morning work. The directions say edit and write each sentence correctly, circle each subject pronoun, and underline each object pronoun. Remember that a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Number 1, we learned how to regroup with them. Fix it up, rewrite it nice and neat on the line. Number 2, did they disappear from you too? Same thing, fix it up, rewrite it nice and neat on the line. Pause your video. Right now I want you to do number 1 and number 2 before you go on. All right, you must be done with number 1 and number 2, so you're ready to check them. So we're going to continue to our daily math review. Do numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pause your video and do those right now before you continue. Number 6, Jill has 25 fewer crystals than Rachel. Jill has 125 crystals. How many crystals does Rachel have? So Jill has 25 fewer crystals than Rachel. Okay, so Rachel has, let's make a blank. She has some crystals. Okay, and Jill has 25 fewer than Rachel. So we've got to take Rachel's, which is the blank. We're going to take away 25, and that will tell us how many crystals Rachel has, or sorry, how many crystals Jill has if we take 25 away from whatever Jill has. So Jill has 25 fewer than Rachel, or sorry, if we take 25 from whatever Rachel has, hold on, I'm confusing myself. Let me start again. Let me start all over again, sorry. Jill has 25 fewer crystals than Rachel. Okay, so whatever Rachel has, Jill has 25 fewer than what Rachel has. Well, they told us that Jill has 25 crystals. Or sorry, Jill has 125 crystals. So how many crystals does Rachel have if Jill has 125? So what we can do is we can add 25 to what Jill has to figure out how many Rachel has. So you're going to want to rewrite the problem. So let me erase all this stuff. You don't need this. You're going to want to rewrite the problem that they've already written for you. We're going to put 125 plus 25 so that we can figure out how many crystals Rachel has. Like that. Okay, so pause your video and do number 6. Sorry for confusing you. Number 7, circle the correct way to measure the marker. So do I want to measure the marker like this? Or do I want to measure the marker like this that they did in B? So you're going to circle A or circle B. So go ahead and do that. Circle A or circle B. Which one is the correct way to measure the marker? All right, going down to number 8. You know what to do on number 8, right? You want to rewrite both of these problems. So the first one is 28 plus 31. Solve it, then solve 47 plus 52. You're going to write the answer for this one here. You're going to write the answer for this one here. And then you're going to add these two answers together to figure out this total. Pause your video, do number 8. Number 9, write the correct time 2 ways. So look at the clock. There's an analog clock, write the digital time like we do in the morning. And then how many minutes is it after what hour? Pretty easy to do. Pause your video, do number 9. And let's start checking from the top. Number 1, we learned how to regroup from them. So the first thing I notice is it's got a question mark. I need a period at the end. So then the next thing I see, we learned is spelled incorrectly, so I'm going to circle learned. We learned how to regroup. Regroup is one word, right? It has a prefix re with them, and then we've got our period. So I'm going to rewrite it nice and neat on the line. All right, looks good. So let's go to number 2. Did they disappear for you too? That's a question. Right off the bat, I'm like, hey, that's a question. So I'm going to change the period to a question mark. Okay, did they is spelled incorrectly, so I'm going to circle it and rewrite it nice and neat above. Did they disappear? There's 2 S's in there, not supposed to be 2 S's. So I'm going to circle disappear, right? Because dis is D-I-S. And then appear is A-P-P-E-A-R, right? Because it was a spelling word from last week. So you should know how to spell that one. So did they disappear from you too? This is the correct two because we're talking about a number. How many disappeared, right? Also. And then I'm going to rewrite it nice and neat on the line. All right, looking good. Did they disappear from you too? Question mark. So now we're going to go back and we're going to find the subject pronouns and underline the object pronoun if there is one. So number one, the subject of this sentence, we learned to regroup with them. The subject is we, the pronoun we, and it's talking about regrouping with them. Them is a pronoun. Number two, did they disappear from you too? Did they, right? This is about what they did. Did they disappear from who? From you. So we're going to underline you because that's the object pronoun. Scroll down to the daily math review and we'll go through these. 6 minus 4 is 2. 14 minus 4 is 10. 12 minus 4 is 8. 10 minus 4 is 6. And 13 minus 4 is 9. Okay? We talked about this one. Jill having 25 fewer crystals than what Rachel has. And so she has 125. And so to figure out what Jill has, we've got to add. So 5 and 5 is 10. Regroup the 1 10. That's 5 10s and 100. So that means Rachel has 150 crystals. If I take away 25, then I have how many Jill has, which is 125. Number 6, circle the correct way to measure the marker. So what we're looking for here is the marker lined up with the 0. So I'm going to draw a line through the 0, and I'm going to draw a line through the 0. And you tell me, which one is the marker lined up with, A or B? It's lined up with A. The marker's lined up with 0 on A. Number 8, I'm going to do some erasing so I can see what I'm doing. I don't need all this stuff in my way. I already explained what you need to do with it. And I'm going to solve these. So 28 and 31, 9 and 50, so 59. And then 47 and 52, 7, 8, 9. 4 and 5 is 9, so 99. And so I'm going to teach you a trick, okay? I need to add 59 and 99, right? 9 and 9 is 18. Regroup the 1. And then 9 and 5 is 14 tens plus 1 more is 15 tens. So 158. Now here's another way to get this number. Check this out. I could make this 100, where it's 1 away from 100. So if I took 1 from here and added it to here, this equals 100. 100 plus 58 is what's left. 158, 158, which is the same answer. And I didn't have to do any regrouping. I did it in my head with mental math. Pretty awesome. Last one, write the correct time 2 ways. So let's see. The hour is on 10. The minutes, o'clock 5. So it's 10:05. So it is 5 minutes after the hour of 10. So 5 minutes after 10. And with that, we are all done with our morning work.